I just need to see if I can remember how to do this. Sorry it's been so long. Welcome to a movie review video. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel, as well as movie reviews. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free, and I will leave a playlist of other movie reviews linked up above, since I haven't made any for a little while. I just have not had the time to sit down and film. As ridiculous as that sounds, these videos are like 6-7 minutes long, but that's how lacking in time and light and space I have had. So I went to see Red One. It's a Christmas film. It's got The Rock in it. Of course I was going to go and see Red One. I had seen loads and loads of trailers for it. As often as I go to the cinema, I'd seen so many trailers for it. But even just looking at like the poster or the premise, I would have gone and seen this one anyway. Santa's missing. The Rock is like elf number one. We have to go and like find Santa. What is going on? There is action in this one. Chris Evans is in this one. We've got a bit of swearing going on, which I thought was crazy, because I was just like, this is like a Christmas film, but we've got these action-packed moments and this swearing going on. So please do pay attention to the certification of this one. Don't think that you can be like, it's a Christmas film, we'll take the whole family. No, there are some actual like horrible moments in this film. But overall, I just absolutely loved it. I really, really loved the way, I mean, a little bit like Jumanji, like I really love the way The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, whatever you want to call him, uses humour in films. I think obviously that kind of wrestling background and having to use that like real ham acting as part of the storylines that he was involved in wrestling. I think he does do that kind of deadpan humour, that sarcasm, that balance of genuine and just a little bit silly really, really well in films. And I think it's sometimes underutilised. I think he was able to use that in this one. All the tiny little Christmas details that come in as well. The things to do with like baking cookies and what they do, Santa training for what he does, running different scenarios, running things based on different time zones, the whole North Pole having like security lockdowns and elves looking after people, and then all these people making the toys, and then one of the agents being a talking polar bear. It was just all the little details. Like I would happily add this to my list of movies that I watch every Christmas, every single year. And not every new Christmas film has made it onto that pile. There are some new Christmas films that I'm just like, I watched that, now I'm done. For example, I cannot stand, even though I went and saw it at the cinema at the time and have maybe watched it a couple of times since, Jingle All the Way. It's just too stressful. A bit like Deck the Halls, too stressful. This one I would definitely watch again and again and again in the cinema. In terms of things being wrong with it, I think if you're not a fan of Christmas films, this one is definitely very, very Christmassy. And if you're not a fan of action films, I would compare the level of action in this one to kind of a little bit like a James Bond level of action. We're not quite there at like a Marvel film. We're not quite in, Chris Evans' usual territory. But there was a decent amount of action in here, and so if you don't like explosions and fight scenes, then you're not going to like this one. And again, if you're not into Christmas films, then obviously don't go and watch this one. That kind of goes without saying. But there is just a great balance here. And then you've got moments a little bit like in The Santa Claus, where there's bonding moments between like Chris Evans and family members, and you've got that almost a Christmas Carol thing of like the evil Scrooge seeing the error of his ways thanks to the Christmas spirits. And it's, whilst that isn't directly what happens in this film, no spoilers, there are elements of there where you're kind of rooting for people to get better. And then there's some real moments from kind of like folklore. For example, Santa Claus's brother. How does he fit into it? There's Christmas in other countries. How does that fit into it? And it was a really interesting watch. It was one of those where I never checked my watch the entire time through the film, even though I was on a bit of a time crunch at the end of this film to do a swap of people I was watching films with and be on time for the start of the next film, which I wasn't, by the way, but it's fine. I'd seen it before. And yeah, I never looked at my watch. I was on the edge of my seat. I laughed out loud. I gasped, and I didn't cry, but it was still a heartwarming watch, and I still really enjoyed it. And I just really, really recommend, if you like a Christmas film, if you're not bothered by a bit of fight scene action, and if you're not bothered by a bit of swearing, then hard recommend this one. Again, it could appeal to quite a cross section of people, not younger children, 100% not younger children, but quite a cross section of people. So should you pay your cinema going money to go and see this one? Absolutely you should. It was a great time, and I will be watching this one again. As always, if there is a particular movie you would like me to go and watch and review here, please do let me know in the comments. That might encourage me to get back to my posting, because I've been really struggling to actually manage to sit down and film, so please do let me know in comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on, hopefully, more movie reviews coming your way very soon, and Vlogmas coming up as well. And hit that notification bell to be notified when the first Vlogmas video drops. And I will see you with another video very soon. Thanks for watching.